like it hit your foot.
I tried to kick it. That thing's way too freaking heavy. Hey, get back here.
So we made it to the lower orbin. It's really neat because it has a tram tower at the top of it, and there's actually one cable attached, and it runs all the way up to the upper tram terminal. And I believe this was a gravity tram, so they'd send a full bucket down and that would bring an empty bucket up, and they'd just empty out the full buckets into this orbin. You can see they had 4 ore chutes for this one bin. So this was designed to hold a lot. So here's a look at the orbin from the top. You can see the stationary cable runs all the way down here to the anchor in the ground. But the tram cars would just stop right here at the top of the bin. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but it looks like they use the lids and bottoms of barrels as a flashing on the sides of the orbin to protect it. And there's some writing on there. I can see STC, and I can't really make out the other words are too small, but they're just kind of neat. So now we're gonna do the steep climb all the way up to the adit. Oh God. Well, finally made it. That is a steep climb, and it's pretty tough when it's hot outside like it is today. But yeah, here's a look at this upper tram terminal. You can see they had a trestle running out of the adit, and they dump it into that chute and load it into the tram cars right down there. And you can actually see that the bull wheel is still there. So I definitely want to go down there and take a closer look at that. But right up here is the adit. It looks like they put a bunch of wood across it to keep people out, but it's pretty much all fallen down now. And there's a nice cool breeze coming out of it, so I'm looking forward to getting out of the sun, that's for sure. So I'm down below the trestle now, and yeah, that main wheel there for the tram is pretty big. It's about, I don't know, 6 feet in diameter. And there's another bevel gear right down here that was probably used to drive the tram, because on the other side of this orbin there's some footings that were likely for an engine. She still spins.
She's stiff though. Oh, sweet Jesus. This is how hernias are born.
So Xavier found something pretty cool. It's a rusty can, but it's not just any rusty can. It's an unopened rusty can that still has liquid inside. And that is pretty unusual to find. Usually all of these have been opened. We believe this can, which has been opened, was the same type of can, and you can clearly see it says SAE 30 on it. And I believe this is a Texaco oil can.
I want to find one like that where it's got like just the clear defined white parts going through it. Ooh, there is a nice chunk.
Okay, I just made it inside the portal, and here's a look down this adit. Supposedly it's 600 feet long. You can see my buddy back there a couple hundred feet. Right here, there's some wire that's strung up by an ore car spike they hammered into the wall. And on the right, I have some shelves and a few pair of gloves. Huh. I'm not sure what they were doing with this. But anyways, let's go head down this adit. and apparently it goes about 600 feet back to the vein. All right, I made it back a couple hundred feet, and here in the rib of the mine, there's a natural fissure that runs up there a good ways. And you can see the walls of the fissure are coated with crystals, likely calcite. Yeah, very interesting. You have an oil can here. The label's missing, so it's not too interesting. But you can tell that the left-hand side is smooth, so they were following a fault back here. A lot of times when they were driving crosscuts, they take advantage of the faults because the material was already partially broken up and easier to dig through. You know, you can see the footwall of the fault here. Okay, so it seems like I made it to the end of the main crosscut. It continues another 25 feet or so until it faces out. And off here to the left, this should be a drift along the vein, but I don't really see any mineralization in here. It looks like there's another branch here to the right. Yeah, just a short little heading they drove. But there's some interesting boxes. Zenith Radio Corporation. Huh. That's pretty neat looking. There's a sign here. Something house. I don't know. And we have some Regal Pale beer boxes. Let's continue down this way. And we're reaching another junction. There's an ore chute over there. Drift running off that way, and oh wow, this is pretty neat. Wow, we have a bench here with some bottles and jars. Kern's apricot preserves, as well as some Skippy peanut butter. Yep. Some La Mesa California port, and 1/2 gallon, as well as a bunch of nails. Let's see what this is. Some Ben-Hur. I believe that's coffee. I'm not sure. And some Beverly regular grind peanut butter. That's pretty neat. What is this? United States Rubber Company? And right next to this bench, this looks like maybe dynamite storage, maybe? I don't know, because this isn't a very solid door, as you can see. It's cardboard boxes. Yeah, look at these boxes here. Barbara Ann bread. Yeah, house. No, Hours Fresher. It's Hours Fresher than the other breads, I guess. Got some Pabco paints. And heading in here, got some boots, some pieces of newspaper. Don't really see a date.
Look up here.
Well, it's talking about the Reich here, the German Reich, so maybe this is from the 1940s or 1930s. Oh, we have a little stove here, or heater. Look at that. So, yeah, so this definitely was not dynamite storage. This was like a little, I don't know, rest area for the miners. And this vent pipe runs up this raise here. Yeah, look at that ladder. It's going up there a good ways. The vent pipe ends, but there's definitely a bit of airflow, so this does connect up to the surface. There are higher adits at this mine. And yeah, here's the front side of this ladder. You can see it looks like this part was an ore chute at one time, but they blocked it up. Yeah, it might be worth climbing up there. Those ladders actually look really good. And let's go head off this way. This looks like the drift that they just threw all their junk in. Looks like we have a trap door though. Oh, I'm caught on everything. Okay. Yeah, this is all backfill. I don't really expect to find much in here. Faces off that way. Keeps heading that direction. Yeah, it faces out. And yep, this just faces out over here. And nothing interesting about it. So we found a cardboard jack-o'-lantern here. Pretty strange. And I missed this. We have a Marco dog and cat food box. And there's a drift running off this way. And there's some pretty cool stuff over there by the looks of it. We got some Van Camp's pork. And a big ore chute here. Okay, we have a winze here. Oh, this is awesome. Got a big RPM oil drum. And whoa. That goes down a fair distance. Wow. Yeah, so this chute was for the head frame. They would have sent a bucket up right here, and then it would flip and dump into the chute. And going underneath the chute, we have a little ladder running up here. We have a can here that used to hold something. And for this winze, I'm guessing the hoist was sitting right there. Yeah, most likely that's probably how it'd fit in. All right, so we came back to this winze to try to repel it. According to the reports, it goes down 175 feet. I'm not sure if there's any levels off of this, but it looks like it's kind of a narrow stope heading down, because you can see it's stoped on that side and it's stoped out underneath me. And you can see there's platforms going off. So yeah, we're really curious to see what's at the bottom. So I made it down the winze maybe 40 feet, 50 feet or so. And I'm on this little landing. Over here there's a stope that I have dug out. And looks like down below they have a little platform heading over to the bottom of it. You can see the shaft mellows out a little bit. And behind me, we have a short little drift with a Edwards coffee box. Here you can see the ore body. It's pretty colorful. Okay, I made it down another 15 feet or so, and I'm at this other landing. Over there is a drift heading off. I don't think it goes very far, but I'm going to get off of there and wait for Xavier to come down. Looking down the rest of the shaft, you can see a roller, and I can see the bottom another maybe 60 feet down, so it's not too much more. And then behind me we have the bottom of this one stope, and we also have a Coca-Cola bottle by the looks of it. I'm gonna go head over there and check that out a bit closer. Yeah, so here's this Coca-Cola bottle. Not sure how old it is, maybe 1950s, and yeah, you can see it's broken, which is unfortunate. Here on the bottom it says Bakersfield, California. Okay, so I'm in the short drift. Xavier is making his way down. Over there is where that Coca-Cola bottle is. And yeah, this drift doesn't go anywhere. It's too bad. But you can see the vein really well here. Lots of iron oxides by the look of it.
Where's the next rung? Fucking gone. Okay. Sometimes life just be like that. Are you filming this?
I am.
Oh, sweet.
I like your slide.
Okay, to the viewer, I forgot my gloves down at the truck, so that's why I'm using a piece of wrapped cloth as gloves. Don't do this at home, kids. It's fucking dumb. Good way to die is what this is. So should I just continue on down, or what do you think?
If you'd like, unless you want to stop here.
I'll probably just keep going, and that way we can leapfrog.
Okay.
So, all cleaned up. I still can't see the bottom. Oh no, I can see the bottom. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm gonna go to the bottom, and then, yeah, now this point isn't too bad. Like, this has got me going good.
Alright, so I made it down another 60 feet or so and met up with Xavier. And apparently this is not the bottom of the shaft. The ladders and the bucket slide actually turn here, turn 90 degrees and go that way. And that is a really strange setup. I've never seen that before. And you can see right here where the cable's been grinding into the timber. Anyways, behind me we have a few artifacts. We have a lid to a Beverly regular grind coffee can. This Xavier believes they're using for either an air filter or a muffler. It's just a can with some steel mesh shoved in there, and out the other end has some holes poked through. We have a Hills Brothers coffee can used for storing oil by the looks of it. But we have this really cool newspaper here, and it's the Fresno what? You been able to make this out?
Is it Fresno bee?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Is it a little bumblebee?
Yeah, there's a little bee right there.
Oh, wow.
But anyways, check out this headline. It says, ranch hand admits sex slaying of Huron baby, blames marijuana wine. You know, that devil's lettuce really makes you do horrible things, I guess. Yeah, pretty wild headline. Definitely not a very enjoyable read. Oh yeah, I didn't show you guys the date. It says November 1949.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, there's another B right there.
He's in pretty rough shape.
UN votes to make Libya independent. That's a pretty fucked up headline.
What's that thing that says 666 on it?
Liquid or tablets is your answer to cold's miseries.
Huh.
Try 666 yourself. I don't know about that. Asthma mucus loosened. Ryder will eat football if Irish can beat Pro 11. I wonder if he ate that football.
Yeah, I kind of want to know now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they brought it down here for toilet paper, probably.
Well, the bottom of it's missing.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've ever found one with this many pages in it.
Cost of private atom shelter is declared prohibitive. Working my way down from that 90-degree turn, and about 20 feet below me, the shaft makes another 90-degree turn. That is pretty crazy. So I guess they're just following the narrow ore body down, because it seems like in this mine the ore body is not so much a vein, it's more like a pipe. A pipe along a fracture in the rock. So here's this other turn in the ladder. And you can see right here we have some sheet metal placed down to protect the cable from the rock. Anyways, I think that might actually be the bottom. It's about 40 feet down from where I'm at, but it might not be. This mine has been pretty crazy so far. So Xavier is almost down to this short little level I'm on. Right there we have a Edwards coffee can, and I think this is the bottom of the shaft. I think that's just a sump, because this, you can see, is a sheet metal ore chute they have to funnel the ore into the bucket. And behind me we have a small stope.
Is that me?
No, I think it was me actually.
Oh.
We got this box of safety fuse. It's very cool. Bear brand. And over here we have a little room. Tucked back in here, but I don't think it goes anywhere. I think that's the end. And it would be a real pain to get down into there, because they have this built over it. I think this was an ore chute for this section of the stope. But what's interesting is you can see some of that flinty rock that we saw outside in the vein here.
Ooh, that's a coffee. It does keep going. Not much to like put your feet on. Fuck this ladder. Stupid ass thing. There we go. This is much better. He said as he took off for the bottom.
My bad.
Thanks, Nick.
I'm gonna stand back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just wanted to make it more dusty for you.
Mission accomplished. Here's the knot at the end of the rope. Come on. Don't be like that. There we go. I can see. Did you see this carbide tin?
I did not. Oh, nice.
Feast your eyes. It's in halfway good nick, except it's got a hole blown right out the bottom. There's some more newspaper.
Hey, see if you can bring it up here, maybe.
Oh, I guess we can just use the ladders. Jesus on toast. Wasn't this hard going down?
That's for sure.
We made it, boss.
We made it.
Nick, my boy, we made it.
So I made it up 2 sets of ladders. This one is definitely not the greatest. So yeah, I wouldn't really recommend using it. Don't try this at home. Anyways, it keeps going up. This ladder's a lot nicer. And yeah, no end in sight so far. Well, made it up that ladder. And you can see here's the ore chute. All the rocks are getting clogged right here. Anyways, it keeps going up at a incline, so I'm going to check that out. So this is pretty cool. We have a half-gallon jug here that's all intact. Looks like they're using it for drinking water. That is a cool find. Okay, so I broke into kind of a stope here, and the raise keeps going up to the upper adit we checked out before. But I don't think I'm gonna climb up this any further. It's pretty slick right there. Well, I also noticed that we have a dead mouse here, as well as a dead rat, or maybe that's another mouse. Feel bad for Jerry and Remy here. Also found this very beat up velvet tobacco can. Time to get the hell out of here. I figure I'll go refilm some of these artifacts. May have passed over them a bit too quickly the first time. Yeah, if you guys want to read this newspaper, feel free to pause the video. Let's see, what else is on here? Spirit of Norway, Kipper Snacks. Got a pair of socks here. Big Pay, the National Work Glove.
I also found this other one too, which is really nice looking.
Xavier found a nice rock specimen here. It's more of this glassy, flinty material we've been finding.
It's got this, well, these ones aren't really making the sound, but it sounds like glass or ceramic.
It's really strange stuff.
Yep.
Nice find.
Thank you.
So we hiked up the mountainside a couple hundred feet and found an upper adit. And I'm just gonna dive right in. And then supposedly this adit and the one below connect through that ore chute and ladder or manway we saw. I can definitely feel air getting sucked into the tunnel. Okay, so it looks like we're at a T. That faces out, goes off to the left. I'm gonna head off here first. I'll just check out the branching tunnels first. And yeah, this one looks like it's gonna dead end. I can see all the rat's nests. Okay, continuing down the main tunnel. I didn't mention this yet, but this is a very short adit. I'm gonna hunch over to walk in here. And we've reached another branch. And I see the top of a winze, as well as some ladders going up. Yeah. Oh, hey, man. Does that go up anywhere?
Nah, just up to about here, and that's about
Okay,
it.
so it's just a small little stope.
Yeah.
But there is a winze going down. And I'm guessing that this will connect up with that ore chute we saw in the lower adits. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this does. That goes down a really long way. You can see the vein they were clearing out here. And this was a lead and silver mine, by the way. And they were chasing this vein down here. You can see the frame of a windlass that they built into that false floor. So likely this was started as a winze, and then they dug that lower adit and raised up and connected to these stopes here, and then from there they just sent the ore down to the lower adit. Okay, there's that winze, and I'm gonna continue down the main adit. However, it looks like this is all backfill. So this is pretty much the end. Yep, I can see the face over there. I also found this roller here. So that may have been for that winze before they connected it with the lower adit. And yeah, this definitely connects because the air is moving in this drift and then going down, and the air was, we could feel it coming out of the lower adit. There's a bit of very faint miner's graffiti on that wall, but I cannot make it out. So we made it to the highest workings at this mine, and we found a little structure here, and this must have been a small miner's cabin. You can see it actually had a fireplace built into it. So yeah, it's a very small but pretty neat structure, and it looks like there might be some workings right over there. And oh, this doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, there's a little raise heading up that way. This might actually go to the surface. Oh no, that just faces out. Yep, that just faces out, and this one does. So yeah, goes nowhere. So let's go down into the one right below me, and maybe we'll have better luck. So I just got out of that short adit. Here's the other one. It actually looks like a slight incline, and they were following the dip of the vein. Right outside we have what looks like, or it might be a hand steel. The tip's broken off though. Anyways, I don't think this is going to go in very far either. It just looks like a rat's nest to me. Yep, that's the end right there. So, yeah, not really too much to these upper workings, but this is where the vein outcropped. So they decided, I guess these prospects were good enough that they decided to drive those lower adits.